Jingle bell.
Okay guys, starting off with the clean face, first thing I want to do is prep my skin just using some avian mineral water just to waken it up. Just let that sit for a little bit. And then since we're doing a makeup that's going to be for like some kind of Christmas party, we want to make sure that it stays on all night long. So I'm going to pick up my Magic Lumi Light Infusing Primer. This gives like a really pretty pearl, like radiant glow. And then just a stippling brush and putting it all over my face. You can see it gives me like a really nice glow, but it's not going to be too much after we put a foundation and we apply it with some powder. Moving on to foundations, I'm using one of my favorites. It's literally almost all gone. I'm like scraping my skin. This is the Makeup Forever HD and the stick foundation, and I'm in the shade 123. So I'm just gonna put a bunch of dots all over my face and blend all that in. I'm using my Sigma Angled Kabuki F84 brush. To conceal, I'm using my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer and just applying a little bit because this is super like heavy duty and it's really drying, so I just kind of like to settle with a little bit. And whenever I apply concealer, I always kind of want to just push it in the skin. That way you don't ever see any streaks and it just gives a more natural look. To set under my eyes, I'm using one of my favorite products. This is by Wet n Wild, their contour palette. This shade, the light shade, oh my gosh. It's so buttery and soft and it works like magic. And it's like only $3 or $4. I am totally obsessed with it. And then to set the rest of my face, I am using my Rimmel Stay Matte Pressed Powder and just lightly applying that. Just so it doesn't have that tacky feeling. To contour the face, I am using my Too Faced Chocolate Soleil in Medium Deep. And I just apply slowly and then build up. Then I love to go back with this palette, pick up this light shade, and then just kind of correct when like you brought the bronzer down just a little too low. To apply blush, I am using the Real Her Blush Kit, and I'm just gonna pick up these last two shades right here because this one's really frosty and glittery, and I kind of want to stay with like the smoky look. Just gonna do a light tone of blush. Alright, before we finish with the rest of the face, we're going to move on to my eyes, and I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit. To prime my eyes, I'm going to go back with that Shape Tape, just add like a little dot, and just blend all that out. Okay, now we're up close and personal. So for my eyes, I'm just gonna keep it simple, but still dramatic, if that makes sense. I'm gonna be using my Winky Lux Kitten Palette. They box up with BoxyCharm. It's super cute. And I'm just gonna be using like 3 basic shades. So you can use any brown, dark brown, and gold that you have. Almost like every palette comes with a gold or a brown or a transition color. Now picking up this transition color right here, I'm just gonna apply that all over my crease. Then I'm gonna pick up this brown right here, the last color, and apply that a little lower to my lash line. So once we have a brown set, we just want to grab a big fluffy brush like this and go ahead and blend all that out. Then I'm going to pick up one of my holy grail products that I take everywhere I go. This is the Concentrated Crayon by Color Tattoo Maybelline. And basically, it's just going to give a super good base for our top shadow to stick on really well and make it a lot more vibrant. I mean, just itself, it's super pretty. It's okay if it comes on choppy like that because we're going to grab a flat synthetic brush and just kind of smooth it all out. Okay, and so for my lids, we're going to pick up this pretty gold shade right here. I have my brush, it's a little wet, so it'll be perfect. Just going to apply that straight to the lids. And as you can see, I'm kind of packing it because if I just wipe it, I don't want a bunch of fallout to fall under my eyes. Then going with a smaller brush like this, I'm going to pick up that brown again and then just kind of add it on to the corner of my eyes. Then I'm going to go back in with my contour and I'm just going to try to blend this in a little bit more. Then real quick to highlight my brow bone and the inner corner of my eyes, I'm just going to pick up my Jaclyn Hill palette and use these first two shades here. I feel like that was a little too much. I'm just going to blend that out. So real quick, I'm going to do my bottom lash line. I'm just going to use those same shades there. And if you want it to be darker, obviously smokier, the more you put in the bottom lash line, the more it's going to be like, whoa, smokiness. So I'm just going to keep it, I think, average for now. And then maybe towards the night, you can add more. You always want to make sure it's connected right here so you don't have like an awkward gap. For lashes, I'm going to be using my Flutter Lashes in Iconic. I love these. They're super dramatic and they're just perfect for a night out. I'm just going to apply some mascara and curl them and pop these bad boys on. So we're all done for the eyes. I'm just going to apply mascara in the bottom lashes after I set my setting spray. That way it doesn't transfer. So for highlighter, I'm going to be using Prosecco Pop by Jaclyn Hill. Just to apply that because it's like a really pretty gold color. So it will go together perfectly with my eyes. And then for lips, I'm using my Tarteist lip paint. This is a little drying, so actually I'm going to put some chapstick on first. I'm actually going to use a Tarte oil, just a little bit. With these lip paints, sometimes they're really hard to put on, especially when you don't have like a matching liner. You can see it's kind of like not the greatest apply. So what I love to do is just grab a concealer and you kind of line it with the brush and it looks so much better and it will last all day long and it won't like run into like your skin. So I'm just going to grab my Anastasia kit and I'm going to use this light shade over here. And then to set the face, I'm going to use my Urban Decay All Nighter spray and just spritz a couple of sprays. Let that sit. And our makeup is not going anywhere. Then we can go ahead and apply our bottom lashes. I'll need a mirror. Alrighty, so this does complete the look. Thumbs up if you enjoyed watching this, if it was helpful. And again, please don't forget to subscribe. It really helps me. And I love you guys so much. I love all your support. I hope you guys have a great, fun Christmas. I love you all. See you next time. Bye.